Hello, I'm Kezia, and welcome to the Kezia Hine Show. This really isn't the setup that I had planned today. I thought I might have been somewhere else, doing something else, and saying something else. But instead, I am here in this park, just walking around a bit, playing a bit, and breathing a lot. And maybe that's exactly where I needed to be because today I've been thinking about a phrase I grew up hearing: "You're too stubborn," said with a lot of exhaustion, like if it was a flaw that I needed to fix. And I've heard this so many times in classrooms, in kitchens, from adults who didn't know what to do with a child who had her own thoughts. And I carried that label for many, many years, thinking maybe there was actually something very wrong with me. But as an adult, I had a moment with my son. He's 10. And recently, we had one of those standoffs, the kind that is emotionally tense and there is no clear winner. And he looked me dead in the eye, stood his ground, and just refused to budge. And in that moment, I saw myself, the same stubborn little girl, and not the one who was scolded, but the one who knew exactly what she felt and didn't yet have the tools to quite explain it yet. And later that day, I told him, "You hold up a mirror to people, Haven." And that is when I had this sudden realization that he was actually holding up a mirror to me. Being called stubborn meant that I was too much, too loud, too opinionated, but now I really see it for what it is. It was just self respect trying to find its voice. And now that I'm raising a child who is strong willed, passionate, unfiltered, I get to see both sides because strong-willed kids, they don't just say okay and go about their business. They want to be understood and they want to matter. And parenting them, though it's very beautiful, it's very hard. So here's what I'm learning to do. First, I check my own triggers. So when his no feels too sharp, I ask myself, am I reacting to him or is it just how I was raised? The second thing I'm learning to do is I give him a language. Sometimes I say, "You can't say no, but at least tell me why." Because that builds trust and it also builds what we're calling emotional intelligence. And when I feel myself getting too controlling, I pause and I ask, what would I need at this age, in this moment? And sometimes I step away and I give myself a moment to just breathe because self care is still very vital. And yes, I do go bonkers sometimes because I'm human and I'm still learning. But at least I'm aware. And it's all very new to me. So I'm working towards change. So if you're not a parent, but you were that child who everyone said was too strong willed, too emotional, too intense, I want you to know that you were never wrong. You were just trying to express yourself in a world that told you that you need to stay quiet. We weren't made to just follow along. We were made to think, to feel deeply, to discern, to express ourselves. And maybe now is the right time to reclaim that part of yourself. So stop apologizing for who you are. Stop dimming your voice and your light to make others comfortable. I've done that way too many times, and people, they just walk all over me because I might not have wanted to be confrontational, but in trying to protect my own peace at that time, I created my own internal war. What they call stubborn, that was self respect. It was just my voice trying to come out. So today, I'm going to honor the little girl that I used to be. And I honor the very brave, intuitive child that I'm raising and who is also teaching me. Both of us need to be seen and we need to be heard, and neither of us need to be silenced. Next time someone calls you or your child stubborn, smile because now you know a little bit more and you know that it's much deeper than that. Here's what, maybe next time when someone calls you or your child stubborn, smile because it is way deeper than that. And before I go, I just want to leave you with an affirmation from my book, 111 Positive Thoughts. Give yourself grace. And intuitively, it says, I am grateful for all that I have. I'll see you again next week, same time, same place. And until then, be kind to yourselves and kind to others. And remember, some of the strongest souls, they start out as stubborn little kids and they grow up to create shows like these. Bye.